Coming up on the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime, it's the final weekend of the high school football season as teams battle it out for a state championship. Williamsburg faces defending champion Mayfield in the Class A state final, and Belfry makes its fourth straight trip to Bowling Green, where they meet the undefeated Cardinals of Wayne County. And on the hardwood, Perry Central girls coach Randy Napier aims to tie an all-time state record as his Lady Commodores welcome in the Somerset Briar Jumpers.
I'm Catherine Callan, and Sports Overtime starts now.
Welcome into the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime. We have reached the final weekend of the 2013 high school football season, if you can believe it, and 3 coverage area teams made the long journey to Western Kentucky University in search of a state championship. We begin with the only team of the 3 who has ever played before for a state title. The Belfry Pirates are making their 4th straight trip to Bowling Green with their previous 3 all ending in a loss to Louisville Central. But the Yellow Jackets failed to make it back this season. Instead, it was the team that beat them, the undefeated Wayne County Cardinals. Belfry taking on Wayne County in the Class 3A state championship. Middle of the first, quarterback Tyler Guffey drops back to pass for Wayne, picked off by Keaton Taylor. Pirates take over possession. Belfry's triple option in action. Sonny Warren hands it off to Justin Johnson, gets big yardage. Pirates now in Cardinal territory. A couple of plays later, Warren hands it off to Johnson again, but this time he's going to fumble as he enters the end zone. Recovered by Wayne County for a touchback. Second quarter, Belfry driving. Johnson gets the handoff, but fumbles again and again. The Cardinals recover. Wayne trying to score before the half. Guffey hits Jason Perkins, his favorite target, over the middle. 1st and 10 near the 20, but they come up empty. We're scoreless going into the locker room. UPike top play contender. Second half, freshman Austin Woolham lines up for a 35-yard field goal, splits the uprights. It's 3-0 Belfry. Later in the quarter, Belfry with it back. Austin Hatfield gets loose down the sideline. Big gain, but the Pirates would have to punt. Fourth quarter now, Wayne with the ball again. Guffey connects with Junior Ruiz for 20 yards. That's going to be enough for a Cardinal first down. Nice little screenplay from Wayne County. Same drive, Guffey hits Logan Gardner for 13 yards more to move the chains. Wayne County trying to find something offensively, but later in the drive, Cards go for it on 4th. It's incomplete. Belfry gets the big defensive stand. Late in the game, last chance for Wayne. Guffey is going to be picked off by Austin Hall. Ball's going to come out near the end of the play, but the Pirates would recover. That allows the Pirates to run out the clock. As we go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard, you know what the celebration means. The Belfry Pirates win their 3rd state championship and 1st since 2004. They shut out the previously unbeaten Wayne County Cardinals 3-0. Austin Hatfield carried the ball 21 times for 114 yards. Trinity Carr had 57 yards on 10 carries.
Out. You know, they played great defense. We just didn't make the plays on offense that we have all year. Making no excuses. Belfry's, they're a great football team. We just didn't make the plays when we needed to.
Best season in school history, if I'm not mistaken. What can you say about this group?
They're unbelievable. You know, they've set the tone for our program for the last 3 years. Everybody says it's a Cinderella story. I call it a hard work story. You know, I hate it for these kids at the end this way, but I'm proud of them. We'll fight back, get through this, and they put our program on the map. So we'll build off this and continue to try to get better each and every year.
I heard that their coach even made the comment he thought it'd probably be a low-scoring game, and then I think the weather may have had a little bit to do with that too. But they're a real good defensive team. They haven't given up a whole lot of points, and our defense has really been coming on at the end of the year. So that kind of suited things.
Well, coming up, we'll head back out to Bowling Green and revisit the football state championships. Williamsburg was making its first ever appearance in the state finals, facing the defending Class A champion, Mayfield Cardinals.
lease one for $209 a month. For all Toyotathon offers, visit buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
It is now time for the Fans in the Stands T-shirt toss-out, sponsored by Hutch Chevrolet. We go to John C. Combs Arena, where Perry Central fans managed to make it out for the Lady Commodores matchup with the Somerset Briar Jumpers. We will have more from this game in just a bit. That is tonight's Fans in the Stands T-shirt toss-out, sponsored by Hutch Chevrolet. In the western side of the Class A bracket, Mayfield was all but a lock to play in Bowling Green. On this side of the state, it was a little more of a toss-up, but when all was said and done, it was Williamsburg who would challenge the Cardinals and aim to bring home their first ever state championship. The newcomers to Class A, the finals, Williamsburg Yellow Jackets taking on the veterans of Mayfield in the Class A state championship. After a blocked punt, Mayfield has it first and goal. Jake Guy hands it off to Stuart Mills for 7-0 early. Dalton Sizemore on the offensive side connects with Chase Lowry for a nice gain. That's a first down for Williamsburg. The drive would stall, though. Jackets go 3 and out. Mayfield ball again. Guy goes deep, and he had a big game. This guy did. Deion Jackson over the middle. Gets into the end zone. 14-0 Mayfield. 2 plays for the Cardinals. 2 touchdowns. Mayfield draws up the same play. Guy to who else? Jackson. Where else? Over the middle. Same result. A touchdown. 21-0 first quarter. Make it 3 scores. 3 straight plays for Mayfield. UPine top play contender. Guy back to pass again. This time it's picked off, though, by Michael Dylan Rose Creekmore, trying to swing the momentum in the Jackets' favor. Next play for Williamsburg. Sizemore hands it to Lowry. Breaks some tackles, finds some running room, gets into Cardinal territory. That drive, though, like many today, would end in a punt. Guy hands it off to Mills, and he finds a hole in the middle of the Williamsburg defense, gets the touchdown. It's 35-0 Cardinals after the first quarter. Yellow Jacket defense settled down after the first quarter, though. They stop Alfred Capuano for no gain here, but it would be much too little, much too late. As we go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard, Sizemore completes just 7 of 22 pass attempts for 93 yards, 1 interception. Lowry led the Jackets in rushing with 37 yards on just 4 carries. Corey Shelton recorded 4 receptions for a team-high 54 yards, but Mayfield defends its state championship. They make it back-to-back, 42-0 over Williamsburg.
We knew they were fast. I mean, they were just absolutely fast. We were not ready to play at the speed that they played at today in the first quarter, and it showed. After we kind of got over our shell shock to how fast they were, we settled down and played better in the second, third quarter, and in the fourth there it's kind of done. But you know, their team speed is just phenomenal. It's probably the fastest team we've seen all year, and it showed. We just couldn't handle the speed, and they got to us, and they gave up 35 points early, and then finally settled down and came back to earth and said, "Hey, we can play with this team. We've just got to get done." And it took a little while, and then we got done.
Well, it was a cold and rainy day in Bowling Green for Friday's Class 1A and 3A state title games. Up first, the Williamsburg Yellow Jackets took on the Mayfield Cardinals. And the Mayfield Cardinals showed why. This was their 5th year in a row in the title game, beating the Yellow Jackets 42-0. Williamsburg head coach Jerry Heron said it best in his post-game interview, saying at first his team was shell-shocked.
Mayfield's a great program. They're where everybody wants to be in single A. Everyone knows that. You know, they're 5 in a row. I think they've won 3 out of their last 5 state championships. So it's a good program. We're very excited to be where we're at today. We wish we would have played better. We just can't get that first quarter back from how bad we played there at first. We just couldn't handle it. Started off with that block punt, and it just went downhill for us from there.
The second game was the Belfry Pirates and the Wayne County Cardinals. Both teams had early chances to score, but came up short. Belfry's Justin Johnson fumbled as he was getting into the end zone. Who would have thought the only points in this game would come from a field goal? Belfry wins its 3rd state championship in school history. Head coach Philip Haywood couldn't help but smile.
This morning about, in our devotion about, make sure that you kind of empty yourself and you use all your talents and your gifts and your abilities so that when you walk off the field, and like Paul did when he walked out the end of his life, that he didn't have anything left. He used his life to the last drop, and that's the way we want to play the game today. And that's kind of the way our kids have played. They played that way all year, and they certainly played today, and I'm really proud of them. And God's been so good to me and blessed me, throughout my life and my career. And my wife's loved me all these years, put up with me and those kind of things. But gosh, I'm so proud of our kids. It's just a great win for our kids, and our school and our community. And I'm just thankful.
Now, as for Pulaski County's game against Bowling Green, it was initially scheduled for Saturday at 7, but due to weather, it has been rescheduled now to Sunday at 3. Reporting in Bowling Green, Lauren Cash, WYMT Mountain Sports.
Well, as Lauren just mentioned, but here's a reminder, the third and final coverage area team will take the field in the final game of the season for anybody Sunday afternoon following some rescheduling that took place due to inclement weather. Unbeaten Pulaski County 14-0 will go up against the two-time defending state champions Bowling Green, also undefeated at 14-0 and winners of 43 consecutive games. The game is set to kick off Sunday at 3 o'clock Eastern Time at Western Kentucky University. Well, coming up next on the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime, we'll head to Perry Central for some girls basketball. Lady Commodore head coach Randy Napier aims to tie an all-time state record as the Somerset Briar Jumpers make the trip to John C. Combs Arena. On the gridiron, the Belfry Pirates won their third state championship in program history, as you just saw. Tonight on the hardwood, Perry Central girls basketball coach Randy Napier was looking to win his 793rd career game and tie former Marshall County coach Howard Beth as the all-time winningest girls basketball coach in Kentucky history. Here you see Randy Napier, he and his number 4 Lady Commodores hosting Somerset. Fast start for the purple and gold on the break. Virginia Scott to Madison Brooks lays it up and in. U-Pike top play contender defensively. Miranda Mills comes up with the steal at one end, takes it coast to coast by herself for the lay-in for 2. More transition from Somerset. This is what worked all night. Scott running the break, the pass to Brindley Bigelow, who uses the nice shot fake before putting it up and in. Somerset is up by 10. So who does Perry go to? Who else? Miss Kayla Rankin. The nice drop step on the block puts it off the glass and in for 2. Whitney Evans this time lobs it inside to Rankin. You can't stop this. 2 more for number 44 down low. Then off the missed three-point attempt, the loose ball comes to who else? Rankin. flips it up and in. It's a 9-0 run by the Lady Doors. How about our Long John Silver shot of the night? Near the end of the first quarter, players scrambling for the loose ball. PCC comes out with it. Evans to a wide open Lindsey Combs. Cans the tray. It's a 12-0 run for Perry Central. Second quarter, Brooks kicks it out to Scott, and Scott buries the triple. Somerset takes a 1-point advantage. U-Pike top play contender Somerset now up 4. Watch the play by Evans. Picks the pocket of Brooks. Goes in for the easy layup. Perry now down just by 2. First half winding down, the kick out to Morgan Eddington, who is wide open on the wing, knocks down the 3 for Perry Central. They led by 1 at the break. We go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. Kayla Rankin, 31 points, 10 rebounds for Perry Central. They squeak out a close one, 68-64. Randy Napier tied for the all-time winningest coach in Kentucky history. Madison Brooks led the way for the Briar Jumpers with 22 points. How about boys basketball over in Clay County? Tyler Chip McDaniel taking on South Laurel, him and the Clay County Tigers. Third quarter, Cardinals working it around the perimeter. Everyone touches it, and the big senior inside, John Helton, finishes it. South Laurel down by 4. Cards doing more work. Trey Grubb passes to Ethan Anders. Anders hits the jumper. South Laurel still down 4. Tyler McDaniel says, I want some attention. McDaniel picks up a nice screen, pulls up, got it. Clay County up by 7. More McDaniel off the fast break, decides to pull up, knock down the 3 in transition, and the foul. McDaniel goes to the line, gets the freebie. That is what we call an old-fashioned 4-point play. Who cares about 3-point plays? Apparently No Shave November is over, but Trey Farmer is still rocking the beard, and now he's rocking the pull-up J. Farmer hits the jumper. We go to the scoreboard. Clay County routs South Laurel 79-59. We'll be back with more on the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime, but as we go to break, here's a look at the preseason Alice Lloyd College boys and girls Mountain Top 10s. It is now time for the McDonald's Student Athlete of the Week. Connor Ford is a senior at Pineville High School where he has a 3.8 grade point average. He's a member of the National Honor Society and Beta Club, a recipient of the Berea College Carter G. Woodson Legacy Award, and is a member of the 2012 class of Kentucky. Connor is also a member of the Mountain Lion football, basketball, and baseball teams where he has earned numerous all-district awards. Congratulations, Connor Ford, our McDonald's Student Athlete of the Week. Before we go, the Kentucky men's and women's teams were down in Texas tonight for their doubleheader with the Baylor Bears. The women's game was an instant classic, a 4-overtime thriller as Kentucky defeats Baylor 133-130. Jennifer O'Neal, 43 points for Kentucky. Odyssey Sims, 47 points for Baylor. As for the men's game, they of course got the late start. The Baylor Bears, number 20 in the country, they lead number 3 Kentucky by the score of 16-9 with a little, now 16-12 with a little more than 13 minutes left to go in the first half. Well, that will do it for tonight's edition of the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime. A big weekend of coverage area football. Pulaski County, of course, plays on Sunday afternoon. And Cumberland, the Patriots, host number 3 Carroll College in the NAI National Semifinals for a chance to advance to Rome, Georgia in the national championship. For the entire sports and production departments, have a good night.